back to marketing now. We're actually going to talk about some of the work you're doing.
Okay.
So how did you go? You kind of talked about it for a second, but how did you go from sports writing into marketing? And who gave you your first chance to get into marketing?
That's a great question. So this is going to be back in 1999. I'm growing up in the Bay Area in my 20s at that time. I'm at the San Francisco Chronicle. And all of my friends, who are all ballers, we play ball every Saturday, Sunday, right? This crew that I'm running with, they're all in high tech at the time. Because SiliconValley.com, it's booming now. And we're living on the peninsula. So you're seeing all these things sprout up. Oracle's building, everything's popping up. And they said, Neil, this is a dead-end job, man. You said it yourself. It's eating its young. You're working nights and weekends. Come party with us. Have a 9 to 5. Like, do something, right? And the catalyst was this. So there's a push-pull to it. They pulled me into this, which we'll get to in a second. But the push for me was, I go into the sports editor, probably incriminating him here, so I'll leave his name out. But I said, hey, look, you know I like the Raiders. So I said, I can cover this team better than anyone. And the guy who's doing it doesn't even know how to spell the names of these players, let alone what the hell they're doing, okay? Yes, I'm a fan. I've followed them my whole life, but I guarantee you I'll be the best beat writer here. What do I have to do to become that? At the time, I'm in my 20s. At the time in journalism, at daily newspapers, Chronicle was top 12. But anything in the top 20, top 25, your average age starts at 35 on up. So for me, I'm already a puppy, no matter how good, bad, or ugly I am to them. So you got a lot of 50s and 60s, some 40s. That's the prime age. So this guy leans over his desk and he says, well, so-and-so's been in the role for a while and, he's going to be here till he retires. And I think after that's done, probably in about 20 or 30 years, right around when you're around in your 50s, that's probably when it'll happen. And he was serious because that's just what's known. So I'm thinking, okay, wait, I see .com right down the street get rich. I see all my friends jumping into this and having a blast. On top of that, they're traveling. I get to go to London. I get to go to Paris. I get to go to Tokyo, right?
Right.
And I said, I'm not going to blow 30 years. I might as well just join the military then. Like, I'm not going to blow 30 years just so I can write for the Raiders when I could do it today.
Right.
So I said, thank you very much. And then didn't finish the sentence, but in my mind, completed the sentence by saying, thank you very much for saving my life. And then I quit within a quarter. And I made the transition over to a company called Packeteer. Actually, I did a .com first. And funny story there, it was your classic .com that would basically die in a year and a half because they didn't know how to, they were spending money like water. I had 3 Palm Trios, if you guys remember those, in 1 year. And each one was $450, right?
Just to upgrade?
I lost it. Yeah, and the new one came out. Sure. 3 Palm Trios, like, how do you let a 27-year-old run a budget, right, for a .com? So, of course, you're going to run out of money in a year and a half, which we did. So the first real, I would say, it's a fun job, but the first real corporate job I had was a company called Packeteer, across the street from Apple in Cupertino. And that is the company that gave me a chance. Now, at the time, I had no network. There's no such thing as LinkedIn. I'm a sports guy. I can't even tell you what a router or data center or a server does. So I basically did a pray and spray, and I literally sent out approximately 100 resumes. Just blasted them out because I didn't know any better. They were the 1 out of 100. I got 10 interviews out of those 100. 9 said no thanks because they want the experience. I had nothing on paper to make that transition. But the one that did was Packeteer. And they did it because they saw the value of the journalism experience for messaging development, Marcom, communication, speed, because it was deadline driven, to where they can come in and boost content marketing for them. And I got the job. The rest I built off of that is history. So Packeteer, which is no more, they were bought by Blue Coat, which was then bought by Symantec, is the company I always cherish because they gave me a chance when they shouldn't have. Like, on paper, there's no reason logically why they should have hired me.
Yeah.
But they did.